Firstly, we had the idea before I think we applied for any funding.
Yeah.
We thought we'd seen the Burton shop and we thought like what a beautiful building it was. And we saw like the Heart of Glass were offering micro commissions and we thought we'd give it a try.
Mm-hmm. Our main idea was to provide studio space, and the gallery space kind of came afterwards because we realised how big the shop was. We wanted to utilise it as best as we could. Mm-hmm. So that's when we decided to do the call out and get the postcard exhibition up. Church Square have been a sort of main one, haven't they, providing the space for us. They've been brilliant. Support from St Helens Council, obviously the Heart of Glass, and then artists. There's 8 artists altogether, isn't there?
Yeah, we put out an open call out about 7 months ago, and we didn't think anybody had applied, to be honest. Like, we were a bit unsure, but we got applications in, and there's artists from London, Leeds,
The
Wirral, and we had an artist from the Heart of Glass last week, haven't we? Yeah.
I'll be honest, we were really worried about it, weren't we, in terms of St Helens and this kind of space, because usually with any kind of setup like this, the gallery's downstairs and the studios are upstairs, the artists are hidden away, and you only really ever get to see that end result. So I think that was a challenge in itself, for people to come in and realise that it is actually a work in progress and it's not going to be sort of pristine walls, it'll just be the artists at work. But in terms of footfall, we couldn't have got a better place than this.
No. Interested in being involved and they want it to stay, and like unfortunately it's only like a short project in itself, but it's identified that there needs to be something in St Helens set up like this to keep the arts going.
Because there's always been creative people in St Helens. They've just needed a platform. They've needed somewhere to either gather or exhibit or just sort of bounce ideas off one another. And I think we've realised that with this project. It's been good.
There's a lot of them have shown what they're doing with their own personal practice, haven't they? We've had a few come in who don't agree with what we're doing, which is always quite funny because we try and change the minds, and a lot of people we have, haven't we?
And I mean, the main theme with the artist residency programme was the beauty of, so a lot of the artists have responded to the beauty of St Helens or the beauty of the people or the community. So Barry Amy, the printmaker, he's been wanting to tell sort of secrets and stories of St Helens, so people have been coming in and speaking that way about it. So it's been nice because even we have heard different stories that we've never heard of before. That's all thanks to the artist asking those questions, you know.
My name's Katie Musgrove and I've worked as an art teacher, and I've recently launched myself out into the world as an artist and an art educator in a kind of more freelance workshop based way. So I usually work on a really small scale, so this has been a great opportunity to work on a much larger scale for me and also respond to the setting in a way that hopefully would engage the visitors that came through the doors whilst we've been here in this site. To have these 6 changing rooms to work in, and the initial idea was to create 6 different worlds to walk into. I've spent the summer outside in the great outdoors reading the Narnia series, so the idea was to create these 6 different worlds that might look inviting on the first instance, but then as you enter them you might discover little bits of unusual animals or slightly disconcerting elements going on as well. I looked just looking around and about online. This popped up on artsjobs.org. So I live in Liverpool and St Helens isn't so far away, so it was a good opportunity to have some space to work inside and a sort of specific time frame to do some work in as well. And the artists that we've been working with here have been really great to just talk to and get an idea of how they're working, how they're thinking. We've had all sorts of visitors come through the doors as well, so they've all been giving different sorts of feedback as well, so that's been really good too. It's been really interesting to see who comes through the door and to have those conversations. Some people have clearly got a genuine interest in art and go to galleries and kind of have even some people are kind of educated in art in some way. And then on the flip side, some people have not ever gone to a gallery or don't think that art is for them in some way. And so it's been great to see how the sort of different ranges of people have picked up different things, and they've all had fantastic things to say, some that I agree with and some that I don't agree with, but it's been great to get all the different opinions of these different people that have come through the doors over the time of being here.